All right, Paul George is guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right here. All right, once he makes this pass, stop. You got to get in a defensive stance. Paul George, as you can see, is not in a defensive stance. His feet aren't set. So now look, how are you going to guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this way? Like, you're just not. Again, it's just laziness on defense. If you're Kawhi Leonard, get up, get in a defensive stance with your feet set. Look at Kawhi Leonard right here, okay? Feet aren't set, not in a defensive stance. So look at this. He's going to call for a switch incredibly late. Yeah, well, that player, Russell Westbrook's not ready to switch. Oh, the Clippers really, really are lazy today. Get in a defensive stance with your feet set, all right? Away from the ball. If you're Paul George, you want to play the gaps, you have to. See, look at Paul George here. His feet are not in a defensive stance yet. Look at his feet are moving inward, which means you have no chance to get outward. You have to be seeing the ball and your man at all times. Watch Russell Westbrook here. Look at him just staring at the ball, staring at the ball. Whoops, now you're beat back door. So now Kawhi Leonard's got to stay and help you, and now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's wide open. See Terrence Mann anticipating a screen. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's not going anywhere yet. Look at him leaning towards what he thinks is a screen right there. I mean, horrible switch. Stop. If you are switching this screen, you need to be level to the screener so you're ready to guard when Kawhi Leonard gets screened. You're not. Another horrible switch. If you're Mason Plumlee and you're switching the screen, get level to the screener so you're ready to guard when this player comes off the screen. You are not, look at this, your feet aren't set, you're not ready to guard. You're going uphill as this player's going downhill. This is a disaster in transition. Get organized. Why do we have 4 Clippers guarding 2 Thunder players? Communicate. Who's got who? I got this player, I'm going out here. I got this player, I'm going out here. There's just no organization at all right now. Okay, if you're Eric Gordon and you're guarding the ball, your only focus can be the ball. If a screen comes, a teammate will let you know. Look at Eric Gordon. You can see him not looking at the ball right now. No, you can't guard the ball then. Okay, so Nicholas Batum is not ready to guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, look at his feet. He's not in a defensive stance, and all he's doing is backpedaling. So if that's the case, Eric Gordon's got to move in, all right? Get your feet set, be in a defensive stance. Now Batum can get up and force Gilgeous-Alexander this way, where I can stunt and recover. Because my feet are set, I'm always going to get out. But that doesn't happen, and now look, that forces help at the rim, and yeah. This is all set off by Paul George. Instead of just trying to play defense here, you have to gamble. That's going to force... Wow. What is Zubac doing here? This is a down screen out of a baseline out of bounds. You got to get attached to your man with your arms out so this player can't curl right off of this. You can force him out a little bit, and Kawhi Leonard has time to get over the screen. I mean, you don't give him any time. Zubac's got to have more urgency here. He's in drop coverage. Like, you gotta be in a defensive stance with your feet set. Like, look at Zubac. He's not in a defensive... Feet aren't set. He's not in a defensive stance. So all he's going to be doing is backpedaling. No. What is Kawhi Leonard doing? Like, okay, you're not in backside help yet. This is Paul George's backside help right here. Up here. You do not come all the way up here. The corner's wide open. What... All right, the Clippers trap. This player's got to move. We're not worried about this player 2 passes away, okay? If a skip pass gets thrown, then Paul George can come here and you can X out. If he cuts, Kawhi Leonard's got to be cognizant of that and be able to roam the baseline. But, like, once this pass gets made, okay, this is no longer a skip pass now. These players are all 1 pass away, and we have problems. The Clippers are trapping. If you are trapping, you certainly have to close this area off. If Shai Gilgeous-Alexander splits through the trap, I mean, good night. Can't do this if you're Eric Gordon. Again, here comes a screen. Almost. The problem is the screen doesn't get set, yet Eric Gordon is going to anticipate and try and feel it out. See how he's trying to feel out a screen? Now you can't guard the ball. Unbelievable. It happens again. Eric Gordon feeling out a screen, leaning towards what he thinks is a screen. It's not a screen. All right, so the Clippers switch this screen. So there's nothing to do here. Like, stay home, stay home. Why is Mason Plumlee calling for, like, a switch? What just happened there? Terrible switch. If you're Paul George, stop, and you're switching the screen, then why are you not level to the screener now? Nicholas Batum needs to duck under the screener. You're level to the screener, your feet are set, you're in a defensive stance. Paul George is none of those things. Okay, so Eric Gordon is guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the post, okay? So that's fine. But as soon as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander turns here, stop. He's no longer posting you up. So get your hands off of him. Show your hands, and now you got to be ready to slide your feet. Like, this is no longer a post-up. So, but Eric Gordon is defending it like one, and that's how Gilgeous-Alexander turns the corner on him. If you're Nicholas Batum, you cannot just be seeing the ball. You've got to be seeing your man, too. Look at Nicholas Batum just staring at the ball. Whoops. Well, now I can't guard this handoff. That forces an incredibly late switch that Kawhi Leonard is not ready for. Okay, the shot goes up. If you're Eric Gordon, well, obviously you cannot box out this way. You've got to turn your body around to box out, right? Like, this is not a box out, right? Okay, so Kawhi Leonard is late to get out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, he's not going to be able to guard this way. Like, look at this. You can't guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander that way. So Nicholas Batum, and he should be doing this anyways, has got to drop. All right? Get your feet set in a defensive stance. So when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes this way, you can stunt without moving your feet. Your feet are set. You'll always be able to recover. All right? But you can't leave Kawhi Leonard on an island now. Eric Gordon, can you just play defense? Why do you have to gamble constantly? Look at this gamble right there, and let's go do another one just to make sure we get beat. See, look at all of that gambling. Wow, you have no shot now.